Hello. Actually, I'm not able to connect to that remote desktop. Can you please check? we have discussed about the RPA in demo class, right? So I will just start with the tool itself. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is the configuration screen. So here, when we log in first time, we just need to configure the database, and it uses the SQL Server configure. Okay. So the first time we just need to configure the database, and then we can log in to it. Okay. Okay. So this is the home screen of Blue Prism, and yeah. So as you can see, we have around 6 tabs on the home screen. It's home, studio, and control, and this is dashboard, release, and system. Okay. So if I talk about the architecture, so Blue Prism is divided into 3 parts. First is the business objects. Second is process. As you can see here, yeah. So first is business objects. Second in processes, and third one is the control panel. Okay. So today we will talk about the business object and processes. Then we will go to the control room and other settings. Okay. Yeah, I just want to show you something here in system tab. This is the start. This is very important for startup. That these are the licensing. We can upload a license from here. There are some settings if we want to change for the scheduler or for starting anything or auto backup anything. Then we can change it. Okay. Yep. Oh, okay. Am I audible? Hello. 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 Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, again, this Madhu.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I have a little bit connectivity problem at work, internet. Little bit slow here. Let's speed. I thought.
From my side, I think it's working fine
My
from
side,
my side.
no, my end.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So today we are just starting with the business object. I just want to let you know that why we use the business objects and how to work with the business object and what are the different commands we have and what are the different stages we have in business object. Okay. So have you understand the architecture like control and process and business objects? Okay. Yeah. So to automate any application, our first step is to create a business object for that. Okay. And you can create a business object like that. Click on, right click on objects, create business object, just name it here. Okay. And you just need to add a description here. Yeah, and it's created. Just double click on it and you can see. So this is window for business application, business objects. Okay. So we have different stages here, as you can see on the right side panel. We have some commands for debugging. It's like play, pause, and this is step in, step over, and step out. We have three things here. This button is to reset the object every time. Okay. And here we have some basic errors handling, like we have missed any link or any basic errors we have in our object, then it will show here. Okay. And this is the launch to launch the application, and this is application modular. We have to create everything here, like every element we will spy from application modular. Okay. And this all other we have this some formatting commands, and this is a save button and like that. Okay. So just let me explain. Okay. So business object is what that we need to create a separate business object for every application. So suppose in my process we have three business application to automate, then I have to create three separate business objects for each application. Okay. Uh, a a single business object cannot interact with multiple application. Okay. So I just want to like create a demo, and then I will use all the stages and I will explain it. Okay. Yeah. So we have a training order system application, as you can see, and here I have to just let me explain the process first, that what we need to do. Okay. We just need to pass our credential here to sign in. Need to click on sign in. Then we will pass the option to add to new order. We have option 1, so we have to input as 1 and go. Then I need to insert some product details. Okay, to create an order. So that will be my P0111. Okay, and I'll click on submit order. Okay, so this is my small process and I want to automate this application. Okay, so my first step is to launch the application. For that I need to copy its path. Okay, so every setting related to that application, we just do all the settings in application modular. Okay, so our first step after creating the business object, we need to set up some in application modular. So we have three options here, that define a new application modular, and second one is share the application model of another object. So if I have created this application modular for in some other business object, I can share that modular as well. Okay. So right now I am just creating a new application modular. Okay. Yeah. So the second, Now we have to select the application type, that what kind of application is this. Okay, so we have another 4 options here, that Windows application, Java based application, browser based application, and mainframe application. So when we are working with any internet based application, we will use the browser based application. Okay, so right now here is I'm working with the Windows application, so I will select the Windows application, click on next. Okay, here we have another 2 options, that I want to launch the application from my executable file, or I just want to attach. The if this is this is running, the application is already running and I just want to attach it, then we will select this option. Okay, I just want to launch a new application, I will select this, click on next, and here I have to provide the path of this application. So I'll click on browse. Okay. And here is my training order system.exe. Okay, click on next. We have some additional settings here. If we have to pass some parameters, then we can do that. It's not uh, yeah. Here we have a manager mode. So sometimes many application doesn't work with the 64, or particularly it will work with the 32-bit mode or 64-bit mode. Then we have to select it, and by default it will be default, and it's recommended that you select the default. If it is not working, then you can try to change it. Okay. So as you can see that all the settings you can when you click on the BO test, okay, you can see all the settings. That application name is that, and this is my application path. Okay, and click on element 1. So our first step is after that we just need to launch the application and spy the element of this application. Okay, so I'm just launching it. You can see that the launch button here. Okay, and the application is launched, and now you can see here that it's appear identify button to spy the element. Okay, first of all I'm clicking on identify. Yeah. As you can see that on the top we are getting an spy mode. It's Win32 mode. So we have different modes to spy any element. When we are working with Windows based application, then we will get the Windows 32 mode. If you want to change that mode, spying mode, then click, just press the Alt. Okay, Alt key. Yeah. The second is AA mode. If or window in some application or Windows 32 mode is not working, then we can use it the AA mode. Okay. And third one is the region mode. So region mode we always use when we are working with surface automation. Surface automation means like if we our automation software is installed outside the Citrix and we want to automate any application inside the Citrix, then we have only one option, that we can use the region mode, because we cannot spy any element directly by Win32 mode or A mode as well. Okay, and when we are working with browser based application, then we will get here another mode, it's HTML mode. Okay, okay. So to spy any element, just drag your mouse to particular element, as you can see. Okay, so it's again better to make a tree of a particular pages. So first of all, this is my first page is sign in. I will capture the window. For spying any element, you just need to drag your mouse, and when you see the border as, yeah. So right now we are ready to spy that element. For that, you just need to press the control and left click of mouse. Okay. Okay, so we have selected the reason now.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Also, you please show me how to that spy mod working starting and spy.
Sorry.
Once again, we have to repeat that one. How to select the spy that application.
Actually, I'm getting a lot of disturbance from your side. Hello.
And I think once
I'm
again
getting
you
a lot.
have to once again you have to repeat that spy mod. How it will be where that tool that object spy object you will find that object.
I'm not getting your voice clearly. Hello.
Yeah, just a second. Yeah, I think okay now okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's better.
Yeah, so that spy is shown before spy mod.
Okay.
How to find the objects by using spy.
Uh, like you want to ask like how can we spy or
Spy. How to once again you will repeat that spy how it works.
okay. Actually that's what I'm saying that
Yeah, element is there. Yeah, you
on a
show.
lot.
Yeah, we know how to launch the applications. Everything is okay. After spy mode, how it's how to identify that spy application. Once again, we will repeat that one only.
Okay, sure, sure. I'm just repeating it. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
deleting the. Actually, I'm getting a lot of disturbance in voice from your side. So not easy to understand that. Okay. So I'm just deleting it. Okay. This is my application which I have set it. Okay. And now you have to click on add child to create a child. When we want to create an element, I'll show you that how to create, when to use an element and when to use add child. Okay. So this is my first window. At the first time I just want to, I'm just closing it. Okay. So now you can see that we have a launch icon, a launch button here. When I click on launch, it gets changed and now it's the button is identify. Okay. So first of all, I just want to spy that whole window to identify that like my window is appeared or not. Okay. So I'm clicking on identify. Okay. And now I can change even my spying mode using Alt key. Okay. So right now I am working with the Windows application. So I will select the Win32 mode. Okay. And I just need to drag my mouse here. Whatever element I need to spy, as you can see. Okay. And it will show a border around it. Okay. So right now I just want to capture that window. So I will drag my mouse here. Yeah. And when you see the that border, it's ready to spy. Okay. So spying for spying any element, you just need to press the control key and left click, left mouse click. Okay. And you have to name it here, that sign in window, or click on the match to sort. Okay. So there are a lot of properties you can see, and this is very important thing to search any element, because we need to select the very unique identity for it and very unique properties to identify any window or any element. Okay. So here you can see that my window text is sign in, and this all I am selecting class name is again depends on if the class name is changing, then we can remove it, or any other property. If you can see that this is unique for a particular element, you need to select it. Okay. Here we have some more options that you can just check by click on highlight. It will highlight that you have captured properly or not. Okay. Yeah. So here we have a lot of options. As you can see that, yeah, when I click on match type, I am getting some more options. So this is my equals when window text is equal. Okay. So when I select the window text is not equal, and then I click on highlight, it will give me an error that unable to match any window with this query item, query terms. Okay. So that you again, this is the wildcard. If suppose I want to capture element, or suppose this Windows text is showing is dynamic, and it's showing me like 1 to 10 and any number that can be dynamic, and a fixed number, a fixed text is signed. Okay. And after any after sign, it can be anything. So I can use the star for wildcard. Okay. So if my window title gets changed, that sign in 123, sign in 456, whatever it is, I'll be able to identify it. Okay. In same way, we can use that star anywhere. So if I'm writing like this, that it can be anything before in, then it will work again. Okay. But if you change it to equal, it will not work, but because it should be perfectly same. Okay. Okay. So here you have a regex. So when you want to capture any kind of element or any pin code, then you can pass the regex for it. And the last option is the dynamic. So when you select the dynamic, the value box will get disabled, and you have to pass the value when you use this element. Okay. I'll show you that how can we use dynamic, and in which situation. Suppose just let me give you one example on that. I'm clicking on identify again. Yes. Okay. So right now I am capturing this label. Okay. So control and left click, and I click on highlight staff number. As you can see again, window text is showing staff number. I'm just keeping it for, okay. And just look at this. When I change, right now when I click on highlight, it's showing me the staff number label. Okay. And when I change it to password, if all other properties are same, then we are able to capture it, as you can see. So here with only single spy, I can capture both the elements. Okay. So what I will do, control C, and in this situation I will spy the element because all are the same, and I will make it a dynamic. Okay. So it will get disabled. Right now I cannot, it will be highlight the last one. Okay. And when I click on apply, and okay. Okay. So in this condition, if I want to capture the staff number, then I have to pass it dynamically. So how will I do? Like, first For reading any text from any of window, we have the read stage. So I am using it right now. Okay. Yeah. So from which element, this will be the or element which we have spied. Okay. So from which element I have to read, I have to pass it here. Just drag and drop. Okay. And here you can see that the parameter is enabled. And when you click on it, it will ask me for Windows text. So here if I will pass the staff number, it will read the staff number text. And if I pass the password, then it will read the password text. So I'm just passing it here. When you are passing any kind of text value, like as you can see the data type is text, then you have to pass it in inverted commas. Okay. So I have passed, and what I need, I just need to get text. And here is the store in. So in we have to create a variable for it, in which variable we need to store the value of this. So two methods are there where like you can create a data item before and just drag it data item to here, or you can directly click here. Just name it that label, and you need to click on it, and it will get generated. Okay. So, yeah. So uh, I'm just copying it. You can copy and paste anything to any other pages. Okay. You can see right now I have passed for a staff number, so it's returning me a staff number. And if I pass, okay. So when I pass password, it's I'm getting the password label. Okay. So this is the use of dynamic that uh, we can just do just with the one element spying, we can capture the multiple items. But it again depends that all the other properties should match with each other. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I will try again. Okay. Click on identify. First of all, I am just capturing the sign in window. Control and left click. Clicking on highlight. Okay. So I have perfectly spied the sign in window. Click on apply. And now I just want to click on it, and because this I want to capture two text boxes in one button, and this is the child for sign in window. I'll click on add child. Okay. And here I want to capture staff number text box. Click on identify, and you can see here. Okay. When you click on highlight, as you can see that it's giving me error that more than one matching window found. Okay. So as I told you that we have to select this properties that is unique for any single element. Okay. So whenever we work with Windows application, we have a property ordinal or parent ordinal. So this is again a unique property for Windows application. We can select it, and now you can see that I'm trying with, I have added the ordinal as well, and I'm trying with that. Click on highlight. Right now I'm getting on a single object. Okay. Yeah. So one more thing is very important here, that whenever you are selecting or spying any text box, you should be just see that example. If I pass this value in this text box, I am not able to highlight it just because I am spying it with the window text blank. Okay, so when I pass the window type 23, I am able to spy it. Okay, so I just need to remove this kind of property that can make it static, or these properties are dynamic. Okay, so I am just removing it and clicking on highlight. I am able to highlight. Now I am passing the value. Click on highlight. It's okay. Okay. In the same way, I have to. Uh, so now I am in child section only. So I will click on element. Now I want to capture the password TB. Click on identify. Just go here and click on it. So in the same way, we have to remove the Windows text. Okay. And click on highlight. It will give me multiple element. So again, I have to select the ordinal for it. Okay. So it's perfect. And click on apply. And one more thing I have to capture. That's I will click on add element and sign in BTN. Sign in button. Click on identify. Go to sign in window. Click on control and left click. Yeah. Click on highlight. So here I have perfectly spied all the elements of sign in window. Okay. So in the same way, you have to capture everything. Like when you move to the next, when you move to the next, sorry, yeah. So in the same way, you have to capture options, option text box, go button, and on new order window, you have to capture everything in the same way. Okay. Yeah. Is it clear, or any question you have in spying that?
Yeah, Nitin.
Sorry.
Yeah, Nitin, you audible?
Yeah. Tell me.
We identified that the stop number text box.
Staff number text box. Yeah.
Yeah. That you told
Okay.
ordinal. You told no, that one ordinal option.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, instead of that one, we can identify that label in case any option is that label. That the text box with
Based
help,
on,
yeah, help of label with the help of label.
no, actually you just need to spy that particular text box, right? So you here you cannot pass that, and you can see that all the properties it's showing. Okay, so if you are getting that particular name in any property, then only you can use it. Otherwise, you cannot identify with the label name.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so you have to
Yeah,
you have this properties only, and you have to select from inside of this. You cannot change these properties. Yeah, but yeah, this property gets changed when you work with a window a web-based application. This all properties will get changed according to application.
okay.
Okay, yeah, okay. So what is the
When
purpose to? Sorry.
again, while we're working on web-based application, once again we have to show this one set of label while web
Sure, sure.
application. Yeah, thank you.
No, we will repeat that everything when we will go with some lab exercise, and we will complete this exercise at the end of the all sessions. Okay. In this, we will learn how to handle the exceptions, and how to create processes, objects, and how to use these elements. Okay, so this is the first step to spying the element, because we need to work with this application. So the flow is like that. First of all, you have to spy all the elements. Then you need all these elements to your business object, because for working with the application, you have to create a business application. You cannot work directly with process. Like process cannot directly interact with any business application. Okay, so business object is the is between process and application to interact.
Yeah, okay. Very
Okay.
thankful.
Yeah. Okay. So first part of creating business object, this is application modular. You have to select application, and you have to spy the element, or each element you want to work with. Like if you want to skip some screen from some screen are not in the process, then you can just leave them. You don't need to spy them. You just need to spy those only elements you have to work with. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So here you can see that these are the two pages that are created automatically. So first is the initialize page. So whenever you call this business object from process, first of all that initialize page will call, and then your action will call. So what are the action? Actions are like if you have used a function in, you can say that this is a function. Suppose my first function is that I want to sign in. Okay, so sign in is my first function, and I will write the code here, or I will use these all stages to just only for sign in. Okay, and when I creating a new order, I will create again a new page for creating a new order. Okay, and so it depends on you that how do you divide, because it's possible uh, that you have to uh, you will not need to sign in again and again, but you have to repeat that task, that you need to add multiple records. Then you have to call this new order task again and again. That's why we have separated it, and in that way you have to separate all the actions. Okay. Yeah. So we have initialize page. So you don't need to call it. Whenever you call any action of this particular business object, first of all this initialize page will call, and whatever global variables you want to declare, that will be declared on initialize page. Okay. So what do you mean by the global variables? uh, like if I want to, for creating a variable, we have a stage that data item. Okay. Variables are anything that holding any kind of value. Just suppose I am creating a data item here, and this is my folder path. Okay. And you have to select the data type here, that it is text or number or password, whatever it is. Okay. So I'm just selecting text. I am providing initial value here, that is C and test. Okay. So you can see that I have provided this value to in this and variable. Okay. So we have two kind of variables. Like first we have a page in page variables, and the second is global variable that we can use if we are creating a global variable, then I can use that variable on any other page. So for that you have a option here, that visibility. Okay. So when I check this checkbox, this will be a private variable for this page only, and I cannot use this variable on other pages. Okay. Just let me show you. Click on OK. Okay, I have created a folder path here, and I'm going to new page. Okay, not in this stage. You can see here that it's not showing here. And just let me make it global. You can see that it's showing me here as well. This is my folder path, and I can use it anywhere. Okay. Just let me explain you some features of object. Then we will go for a little demo. Okay. Yeah. So these are the pages you can create, rename. You have a lot of options here, that you can create a new action. You can make it a duplicate copy of it, and you can rename it, delete, cut, copy, and anything. Okay. Yeah. One option is here, that is publish. Okay. So as I told you that objects, we cannot run directly objects in control room. Okay. Process objects only interact with the application. Okay. And we have to use this business object in our processes. Okay. So if you are not publishing any page, it this section will not show in process. Okay. I'll uh, just let me show you. This is previously created process. I am just showing you that okay, I'm taking action. Here I can use any kind of all the business objects we have created. I can use that. Okay, so you can see that it's showing BO test. This is all business object which we have created right now. So just select business object, and it's not showing any action here. Okay, because I have not published any of the object action. So just let me do one thing. And right now I am just publishing this sign in action. Okay, just save it. And then I'm selecting my business object, and as you can see that I'm getting one action. So I can call only those actions which I have published. Okay, so don't get confused right now with that. We will see it later. Process to, okay, yeah. Okay, so as you can see that this is my play icon. Whatever I am creating here, when I want to play it, I just need to click on play. I can even decrease or increase the speed. Like if I'm just doing it slow, when I click on every time you are running any business object, you just need to click the reset. Just click on play, as you can see. Okay. So right now the application is not connected. That's why it's giving me error. Okay. And this is my step. If you just want to debug one by one step, then you can click on this. As you can see, it will go one by one. Okay. So this is a step in. When you will use it, it will. I'll show you best demo of it, and when we will work with the processes. Okay. And yeah, this is the pointer stage. If I want to select anything, then I will use the pointer stage. Okay. Even I can copy or paste anything or multiple. With the use of control, you can select multiple, or if you can click on, if you press Control A, then it will select all. Okay. And this is link. Okay. Link is to link stages. Like if I have created, sorry, I have created 4 stages here. So just to link up everything. And this is in both directional. Like if I want to go like this way, or I want to go with this way. Okay. Okay. To delete any link, you need to click on that arrow and press delete, delete, and delete. Okay. Yeah. This is my read stage. So if I want to read any text or anything, like if I'm working with the browser application and I want to read some text or some label, then I will just spy that element and I will use this read stage. So here I have to pass the element from which I have to read, and I will select that property, that what I want. And this option again will get changed. If you are using some drop down list, then it will give me some more options that what you want to read. To get index, you want to get text or whatever. Okay. And you can store this value in a variable. Okay. And this is my, I'm just deleting it. Yeah. This is the right stage. So whenever you want to write into text boxes or, okay, then you will use this right stage. Just see example. I'm just launching my app and I want to write staff number. Okay, so just double click on it. So here you have to pass the value, you have to select the element in which element you have to write. So in a staff number I want to write, I will drag and drop this element and staff number, and what value I have to pass, I will set the value here. Even I can set the value by variable. So if I have created a variable here, I can just use it. Okay. Right now I am just passing it manually. Okay. Give it a proper name. And just connect it to start and end. Okay. So now when I run it, will you can see that one is there. Okay. So whenever we want to input any kind of data in any kind of element, then we will use write stage. Okay. So read and write. Yeah. Navigate is like it has lot of options. Uh, Suppose if I want to click on this sign in button, or it depends, like you can do multiple work with that. Just select the pointer and you can see the option. Okay. So again, here again you have to pass the element on which element you want to work. So let's see that the action gets changed. When I pass a staff number, it is a text box. So what I can do with the text box, that I can click on window. I can just drag and drop. Uh, we can just use the mouse click if I want to click on particular text box, that I can do. Okay. So this action will get changed according to element. So if I want to click on the sign in button, I will drag the sign in button element here, and in action you can see that lot of options here, and I can select the press. Okay. So just, and even you can do like you can pass multiple action by creating this. So suppose if I just want to, and you can move up and down. Suppose I just want to, suppose I just want to activate that application first. So activate application is the property of application. So I need to select this top, and you can see that I have a lot of options here. I can launch this application, terminate this application, I can attach, detach. Okay. So I cannot activate this. I can activate this window. So I have to select that window, and you can see that activate application and pass sign. Okay. So I'm clicking on OK, just connecting it. This value I'm giving it manually, and when I run, okay, I need to click on reset. Click run. You can see that just activated the window, and click on sign in button. Okay. So next stage is code stage. So whenever you want to add any kind of .NET code, you can use this stage. Okay. You can pass some input parameter for code, and to get the result you can pass the output parameter, and here you have to write the code, .NET code. Uh, we will take some example of it later. Okay. Yeah, this is a very important stage. Wait. Okay. Uh, because whenever we are working with some application, uh, we don't know that what is the response time of it, and the next screen will appear in 2 seconds or 5 seconds, or it might take 10 seconds, anything. Okay, so if we are not putting any weight between this application screens, and we will go to read any element, and this element is not it will not find that element, and it will give an error. So this is very important. So whenever you start any page, you have to put a wait condition here. Okay, so this is a again a conditional wait. Okay, click on wait. Yeah, as you can see that I can pass multiple conditions here. Okay, and how to work it, after sign in, I just need to wait for, or after launching, I just need to wait for the sign in window. Or so till sign in window does not appear, just wait to appear. Okay, I can select the condition here that check exist. Okay, and the value should be, I can pass a true or false. So here I just want to pass it true because I want to wait till sign in window not appears. And here you can see that we have to pass some times in second, that for how long we have to wait. Okay, so you have to decide this time, because as I know that right now I have a very fast application, and the screen will appear in max 5 seconds, and if it is not appearing in 5 seconds, then I have to throw an exception. Okay, so but if you are working with some very slow responsive application, then you can pass like 60 seconds. You have to wait till 60 seconds, and then again if window is not appearing, then it will throw an error. Okay, yeah, so this is not the, this is just maximum time. Suppose I have passed 60 seconds here, and I this sign in window appears in 2 seconds, so it will not stop for it will not wait for the 60 seconds. It will just move to another next stage on 2 seconds only. Okay, so here I am just putting a condition, and you can see that I got a connector here. Okay, and this connector you need to connect with next step. So it's like when I connect to it, so it will work like that. Just start, wait for the sign in window to appear for 60 seconds. Okay, so if it appear in 5 seconds, just after 5 seconds it will go to the next stage. Okay, and when if it is not appeared in 60 seconds as, then it will go to the timeout, and you have to connect this timeout with our exception stage. So this is my exception stage. So whenever I want to throw the exception, I will use this exception stage, and I will link on it, and here I can pass my exception. So normally we always pass two kind of exceptions. So first is system exception, and another one is the business exception. So in system exception, any kind of application error or environmental error, we consider it inside the system exception, and we can pass our exception here that unable to find sign in window. Okay, so just look what I'm just doing it for 10 seconds. Okay. So right now I haven't launched it that application, and I'm running it. Okay. So it will wait for 10 seconds. Okay. So it's giving me that error that the application is not connected. So we have to launch it first, and I'm moving to option window. So we don't have sign in window right here. No. Okay. Clicking on it. Yeah. So it will wait for 10 seconds to check whether a sign in window is appear or not. And after 10 seconds, it will throw an error that is unable to find the sign in window. Okay. And just let me start again. And now we have a sign in window, so you can see. So within 1 second, when it finds that sign in window, it moves to the next stage. Okay, so this is a very important stage. Wait, and we have to use it a lot. Okay, so this is the process. If I want to call any process from this business object, I can call this process. Okay, yeah, page. This is for just to link, like on my action page, I want to call this new order page, then I can use this page stage. And here again we have multiple options that we want to create a new page, or we have already existing page. So I'm selecting that create a reference to existing page, and I will reference of new order. Okay. So I can connect any page to any other page with this page stage. Okay. Yeah. Action is again very important stage for calling any business object action. Okay. So suppose, yeah, as you can see that all the business object is showing here. Okay. So we have some inbuilt business objects given by Blue Prism, and one of that is Excel VBO. So whenever we want to automate any Excel, we use this business object, and this all are the action of this particular business object. So if I want to call that any action of any business object, then I will use action stage. Okay. Decision is for decision for two-way direction. Suppose after just reading, I'm getting the label sign in, and I just want to check whether the label is, if the label equal to sign in. Just click on validate to validate your expression. Okay. Yeah. I'm putting another end. So this is again my two-way directional. So if label is I'm getting sign in, if the condition is true, then I will go to this end. Okay. And if this condition is false, then I will go to this direction. Okay. So this is like if else condition only. So when I click play, this is my true condition, and This is my false condition. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So next stage is choice stage. Okay. So whenever you have this kind of situation that you are getting multiple options, and according to that options you have to change your flow. Okay. Then we use the choice option. Okay. Suppose let me do example here. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just or reading a text. I will use the read stage. Okay. Uh, the color. I will use this element to read and get text. Okay, and I will store in a variable, say color. Click on it, it will create a variable. Okay. And here now I want to pass multiple conditions. Okay. So I will pass the choice name red, black, blue. Okay. And here I have to pass the expression. Okay, in the same expression chooser. So I will pass that true condition here. In red I will pass if color equal to red. Okay. Copy it. Okay, so I have just made some condition for my option that I get if I write red in this text box, okay, then it should go in this direction. If I'll write in black, then it should go another direction. Okay. Okay. So okay, as you can see that I have inserted three conditions, so I'm getting a three connector here. And I'm putting three ends here. Okay. And I just need to connect it. Connect. And here you can see that if these three options are not, and is any other option are there, then it will go to otherwise. Okay. Just let me pass black here. Okay, it will, you can see that I have read as color black, and it will go to the second end because we have put the condition color black in second one. Okay, so now if I want to pass blue, it will again read the color blue and it will go in this direction. Suppose if I say pink, and we don't have this option, we have not mentioned any condition for this option, so it will go to otherwise direction. Okay. So whenever you get this kind of situation that you have to select option, or according to that option you have to change your flow, then you will use this choice stage. So next stage is calculation. Calculation is just to assign any value, dynamic value to variable. Okay. So suppose if I am using a count and I just want to increase that count as count plus one, and again I want to save this in the count, then I can just pass this variable, that in which variable we have to store this value, and we can just use any operator like count. I will use with the variable and plus one. Then for assigning dynamic values to variable, and same as a multi calculation. So if I want to assign only a single variable value, then I can use calculation, and if I want to assign multiple variables value, then I will use a multi calculation. It is like same. You can pass any number of variables here, and you can pass the expression. Okay. Data item is again to create a variable. You can create any data type variable, text, number, password. You can set the initialized value of it. Okay. And here we have two options, that to make it a global or a page or a private variable for page. And the second option is to reset the initial value whenever this page runs. So just keep it always checked, because whenever we call this page, it will get its initial value. Okay. Collection is again it's a rows and column basis. As you can see that I can create a multiple fields and multiple rows and multiple columns. Okay, we will use it in a demo how to use it. Loop is again we can always loop only on collection. So loop will be always used only on collection. If I just want to iterate, if I have 10 records in my collection and I want to iterate over this collection, then I will use loop. Okay. So this is a loop stage. You have to select collection here. Okay, and it will iterate for all the items in collection. Note is a simple note to make any note, like whatever it is, just a comment. Okay, so if I want to say it's comment here, or I can add anything. Okay, yeah, anchor is a connector, like right now what I am doing, that if I just want to connect this to my end. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So if you can do like this, just click on link. Right. So you, if you want to connect it, connector. End is again my end stage. Okay, to reach the end of this particular page. And we have, yeah, some exception here that I showed you, that how to throw an exception. And this recover and resume we use for handling the exception. We will see its use in when we learn about the processes. Okay. So this is all our stages. Any doubt you have in stages? Hello.
Yeah, in all stages, okay, okay.
Okay. I think you just try. Sorry. Okay. Okay. You just try to work. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, Nitin, yeah, Nitin.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me. You are asking me something.
Yeah, no, you very, all stages clear, okay, no, okay, I understand all stages, the pieces all, okay, fine.
Yeah. Exactly. But you will face many challenges.
Sorry, not, okay, not getting, sorry.
Yeah. You will face some challenges when you will work on that. So it's better you just try to automate it.
Yeah, once I got the software, definitely I will hands-on everything. I will practice everything, session like groups, everything, stages, all what are the stages.
Yeah, sure. Just let me give you a call. Hello. Hello. Okay. So we have spied only one screen, and I am going to spy some another screens. Okay. So I have spied sign in window and all elements on sign in window. Okay. So click on sign in window and I will add another element. And this is my option window. Okay. So I will manually go to the option window to spy it. Okay. Click on identify. And this is my option window. Okay. Click on highlights. Fine. Apply. And I will add a child in this for option number. Text box. As you can see that. Okay. Again, I'm just removing as Windows text because it can be anything later on. Apply. Um, we'll add another element. It go btn. Identify. uh, Okay. So again, I have spied another window, and now I'm going to spy the last window. Click on go. Okay. Clicking on that, add element, new order window. Identify. Okay. This product code. No, getting lot of windows. So I need to select again ordinal Hello. 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 Yeah, yeah. Just a minute.
లాస్ట్ గా గిట్టంతకి తెలుసా క్లోజ్ చేశారు కానీ అడుగుతున్నారు కదా
కంప్లీట్ చేస్తాను
Hello. Am I audible now? Yeah, I think
sorry,
it got disconnected.
Yeah, small connectivity problem. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I need to select ordinal here. Highlight. Okay. Yeah. So it's perfect. I think it's very slow. Okay. Number REQ. So here you can see that even after selecting ordinal, it's giving me the error that more than one matching window found. Okay. So this is again not unique. So I have to search for some other property to make it unique. Okay. So we have another property is parent ordinal. Yeah, this one. And when I, yeah, now it's fine. Okay. And the submit order button. Okay. Okay, fine. So now I have captured all these screens and I'm just creating. Okay. For working with any application, first of all, you need two things. First, you need to launch that application. Okay. And second, after completing your task, you need to terminate this. Okay. So first of all, we will create launch action. Okay. And you just need to in navigate stage we can launch the application. Okay, we'll right launch. I will drag my application element and this is my launch action. Okay, and in same way I will create a terminate. So I'm just clicking on right click as duplicate and naming it as terminate. Okay, so this is my terminate and I will change here terminate. Okay, yeah, so just after launching my first action is sign in. Okay, so for that creating every screen we have, first of all we have to wait for this screen to appear. Okay, so I'll put a wait condition on my sign in window to appear. So wait for sign in window, check exist true, and I will wait till 10 seconds. Okay, and next is if I found that what I need to do, that I just want to write username and password. Okay, so one way is write credentials. Okay, so I can even write in both text boxes with this single stage by creating add. Okay, and I have to drop both the elements here, that write in element and in password. Okay, so normally I can even pass value from here, but it's not good practice because or the password and username that can be changed and it can be dynamic. Okay, that's why I'm creating two variables here. So this is my username and password. Okay, username is text type. Okay, when you are passing any text value from initialized value inside the data item, you don't need to pass it in double quotes. Okay, you just need to pass it as we are passing number. And this is my password. And here I'm selecting data type is password. Okay, so here I'm passing my password. And and the right credential, I will use that variables. So write username and staff number TB and write password and password. Okay. And after writing it, I just need to click my button, sign in button. For that I will use the navigate stage. Okay. And this is my sign in button. I will just drag it and choose press event. Okay. Okay. So here is I have completed my one action. That what action I have to perform for sign in. Okay. So I just need to connect it with the link stage. Start to this and from this condition to this. This is my, just name it properly so you will understand that what we are doing here. Click sign in. Okay. And as you know that we have inserted an wait stage, so we might get exception here. So for that, to throw an exception, I will use that exception stage. I will choose system exception and I will write my exception here. Fine. Able to find sign in. No. Okay. So this is my first action. It's completed. Okay. And in the same way, I am going to write onto creating a duplicate. Select option and then select option. What I have to do that the same. Right now I have to wait for the option window. So I will change it as option window. Wait for option window for 10 seconds. If it is not appearing, I need to change my exception that unable to find option window. Okay. And I don't need this username and password here, so I will delete that. And instead of that, I want option value. Okay, so I'm passing it here 1 and right credential, it should be right option. And I don't need two things here, just one. And in I'll change this element as option TB. I will pass the value from option value. Click on OK. And now I have to click on go button. So click go. And this is my go button from option window. Just drag it and press. Okay. Okay, so I just have created two actions and I'm not creating for new order just to show you. Just save it. Okay. Now you can see that my first option is launch. I'll go to launch, click on play. Okay. It has launched my application. So I'm in second, let's sign in. Just go to sign in action and I will play. Okay. You'll write the credential and you'll click on sign in. Okay. Okay. And next stage action I have created is select option. So just hello. Okay. Sorry, got disconnected. Yeah. So, okay. So this is my select option action, and I'm just playing it. It will wait for the option window, right? Option. Okay, so we have made some mistake here. Row one of right stage, select option. Okay, so I think we have chosen some. Okay, just remove it. We want to pass option number window, and option value to it. Okay, so it's giving me error because we have captured taken as data type as text, and option number does not take takes only number variable. So just I need to select a number from here. Okay. Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yeah, Nitin, now okay.
Hello.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Nitin, now audible, Nitin. Yeah, it's not disconnected. Yeah, okay.
Think I'm facing some problem with my connectivity.
Yeah, yeah. Me also have network problem, internet.
Okay, I think enough today. And yeah, so we have created three actions. You can do yeah.
Okay, okay, Nitin. I will practice. Okay, once I will get the documents.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, Nitin. Today I will get the software and I will practice. Later I will inform to you. I will practice after any doubts is there. I will let it from you. Yeah,
Okay,
Nitin. Are you
that's
clear?
great.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so thank you and Baba and
Okay, thank you, Nitin.
Because I am
okay.
Okay, thank you Nitin today. Okay. Next tomorrow I will speak with management. Okay, next day class what time?